Pete Sampras was criticized by the press at Wimbledon. They'll get onto you in a hurry if they kind of get onto attack. You know, they're talking about him like he's a boring player or something like that. You know, but Sampras, as far as he's concerned, I mean, he's just a very low-key kind of guy, and he says, "The heck with it. I'll talk with my racket."
I mean, playing great tennis should be enough. I mean, that's entertainment enough when you come to a tennis match. I just want to see some really good tennis, and he performs.
Long. 15-30. I mean, he says, I don't show too much emotion. If it's a big point, I might clench a fist or something. But hey, look at Joe DiMaggio. He was a class act, and that's what I tried to be. And along those lines, Fred, his idol is Rod Laver. Talk about a class act.
Yeah, well, Rocket never showed a great deal of emotion out there, and that's why I think the trends sports, they go in cycles. You had the Lavers, the Rose Walls, and those fellas that didn't show a lot of emotion out there, and then you went from there to the McEnroe, Nastase, Connors era, where there was a lot of emotion, and now you've come back to something else. Vitas was in that era where, with the McEnroe Connors situation, and there are a lot of flamboyant players in that era, and I think that's now gone, and you've come back to a more conservative approach to the sport. Some people don't like it. Some people do.
We've still got some flamboyant players like Andre Agassi,
yeah,
for example.
He's the pick of the crop.
30 all. Becker's another one. Missed it. Break point for Aaron Krickstein. This is his first break point chance. Krickstein has the breaker serve. First game, the second set. Sampras won the first 6-2. Live coverage of the Thriftway ATP Championships. Mason, Ohio, suburb of Cincinnati. Pete Sampras leading 6-2, and now Krickstein has a break in the second. There's a lot more tennis going on around this stadium. Let's take you out to the grandstand court. Michael Chang, the number 7 seed, playing against Jamie Morgan of Australia, a man who got to the semi-final at Queen's Club this year. He beat Stefan Edberg there, lost to Michael Stich, although in that match, Freddie had 3 match points. His best tournament by a long way.
Yes, and he's improved a great deal, Jamie Morgan, one of the young Australians I was talking about. 3 of them in the round of 16 here, and Jamie Morgan also towards the end of last year was injured and was out for quite some time. And when he came back, found his ranking was down, and just like Jason Stoltenberg, played in a lot of those qualifying tournaments, the challenger tournaments, and he's done very, very well.
Please be seated. Take a seat.
There is Jamie Morgan that you're looking at. He lost the first set 6-1. He is actually match points down just a couple of games ago, but he hung on. Now he's serving, trailing 5-6 in the second set.
Good solid serve and volley of Jamie Morgan. That's a very bad miss for him there, and that's what makes the difference between these the top players. And Morgan only had 52% on first serves and hit more winners than Chang, but that's because he's been to the net more often, and of course he's made nearly 3 times as many unforced errors as Michael Chang, and Chang will do that to anybody.
Low 15, 5-6. Down a set.
It was Morgan's serve on the grass court at Queen's Club that served him so well.
Another good one there, setting up an open court volley, and it's 15 all.
15 all.
A very steady serve and volleyer. Gets a big first serve in out wide to Chang's backhand, and this time he makes sure that he puts that one away. Drives right through the ball. Very strong serve and volley player. But he's playing against one of the best serve returners in the game. Michael Chang possesses great foot speed. Really sets up quickly to the service return. The quick turn of the shoulders and just drives right through that ball. Ball stays on the racket face for a very long time.
Michael Chang, youngest winner ever of the French Open Championships, and that was in 1989. Over Stefan Edberg in the final.
And Chang is really making a concerted effort to be more aggressive, because he's been pinpointed as one of those scramblers that runs everything down and it's just simply a return to serve. And he is now working a lot more on being more aggressive off the ground and serving and volleying. To do that, you've got to lose a couple of matches. You've got to have enough confidence to force yourself to do it.
That was a very nice half volley from Jamie Morgan.
Having said that, Fred, he will only always ever be just a great returner and a great ground stroker, because that's the basis of his game.
Here's this half volley from Morgan. Look how he stays down on that ball and lets it go through. That's the most difficult shot in our sport, to get something on that. He got good position on that, and that allowed him to cut down the angle and anticipate the passing shot.
Meanwhile, Aaron Krickstein on the stadium has held on to serve, so he leads 2-0 in the second set. Game point, Morgan.
Deuce.
Jamie Morgan, coached by Bob Carmichael. He used to be on the tour with us, and some of the other Australians, as you saw yesterday. Jason Stoltenberg with Ray Ruffles. Morgan questioning that call.
Wow. You're talking about tough shots. That high backhand volley is
the half volley may be the toughest shot, but Fred, that's the second toughest shot in the game. The lob over your backhand side gets down very well. Beautiful technique on the forehand volley. Gets it well out in front. Now he has to really stretch, get up there, but you've got to possess a lot of strength, not only just in the shoulder and the wrist, to be able to firm that away.
Yeah, Roy Emerson used to be
one of the best
at that. Yeah.
Game point. He's trying to get into a tiebreak here in the second set.
Game Morgan.
And that's exactly what happens. This is live coverage from the grandstand court, so we'll see a tie-break to decide the second set. First to 7 points with the 2-point lead will win it. Here are the tie-break records, 8-8 and 8-5 respectively.
Chang.
1 to Chang. Fred, you were talking about Ray Ruffles and Bob Carmichael.